attacked right at the catch point and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to hook up with Cade Opp that time around. Third down coming up. To throw is Mayfield. That is hauled in at the 5. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Mayfield to throw. That's caught. It's Bucky Irving. And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Baker to throw. That's going to be caught. So the aggressiveness pays off right away. And just like that, the lead is 8-0.
McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Swift. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
On second down, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. 17 yards, the gain there. First down, Chicago.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, it's Williams. That complete to Swift. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick-6 for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick-6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
And he is not going to get in. Stop on the drive for 2. The lead remains right where it is. McLaughlin now, after the score, he'll kick this one away. And that kick goes out of bounds right away, and that is a big mistake because that ball's going to be marked beyond the 40-yard line.
Let it up. Alone.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
1 quarter in the books. 14-0 is our score. We're back to Soldier Field after this. Bears in possession here to start the second quarter as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Let it up. Campbell.
Williams. That's a short throw caught by Komet. They'll get him up 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short, the ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bucs' 19-yard line.
Biggie Angels.
Off play action. Here's Williams. That's over the middle and intercepted. It's off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
Y'all can't talk about basic.
On first down is Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Baker going to tap this one forward. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Mayfield. In the middle, and he's got his man complete. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
yards on the play.
13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get him the ball.
They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. And that is incomplete.
All right, so after that rough series throwing the ball, you know, conventional wisdom says, hey, we got to come out, we've got to establish some run, we've got to mix in some runs. And while they certainly want balance, they don't also want to just become one-dimensional. So take easy throws, give your quarterback a couple easy completions, let him see the ball get completed, and it's amazing how quickly your passing game can turn around.
They'll go. Mayfield going up top for Evans. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play. I'm just not quite sure this was one of those situations, but I guess we'll see how it plays out throughout the rest of the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. A throw downfield, caught by Burden. And he's in. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 7.
So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
35-yard line.
On play action, Mayfield. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. And it's going to be 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
To the sideline, he's got it. The official says, yes, the feet are in, and they convert on 4th down. give them 19 yards as they get the fourth down conversion.
19 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. A dive and a catch. Incredible. Gain of 13 for number 13. And a first down.
So, Mike, you look back at the quarterback and you see that this ball is coming out of his hand and it's going to be low. And the decision's made. You've got to go down to the ground to secure the catch. First order of business. Your hands are between the ground and the ball, no matter what that looks like. And then once you secure it, you've got to roll, protect the ball, and under no circumstances can that ball move or hit the ground. I mean, how often do we see a great catch overturned on replay? So it's not easy. You get paid to catch them all.
And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
Gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Alert!
The 11-yard line.
They run with the Oregon man. It's Bucky Irving. And he's in. Bucky Irving. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
And he finds his way to the end zone again. Scores both the touchdown and the two-point conversion to extend the lead.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the
They didn't leave
Buccaneers.
much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. He'll start at the 4. He'll be out of bounds beyond the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Williams. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
That one into the hands of Moore downfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's first and 10.
Tempo. Vegas. Watch out.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. And this ball's going to go out of bounds, not the way you want to begin the second half. The football will be marked at the 40-yard line.
Ready to go. Hey, volunteer.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Zion McCollum.
Mayfield's pass complete to number 31. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And now, after the pick six, out comes the offense to try to really rub this in. 2-point conversion. And that is incomplete. 2-point conversion attempt winds up being unsuccessful. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Williams going to look to throw it on 1st down. To the left side, he's got Clement. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. That is caught downfield by Odunze. And he will score. Roll Odunze. Touchdown Bears. On is Santos for the PAT. The kick is good. The Bears are able to edge a bit closer. So here's Santos after the touchdown. He's out to kick this one off. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. Mayfield to throw it here on 1st down. There's Evans. He's got it. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
18. Complete to number 13, Mike Evans.
On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Right back to Evans. He's got it again. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
31 yards.
So 31 yards on this play. A second big one in a row and another 1st down.
15-yard line.
Hey, we're 33.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Loss on the play. It's 2nd down.
Baker to throw. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there, separating the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
For whatever reason, when the ball was in the air, Mike, it seemed to me like he was almost having a little trouble tracking it. I'm not sure if that's what allowed the defender to catch back up, but ultimately it was the contact at the catch point that causes the incomplete, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and real long.
That is caught, and he's in. Chris Godwin, touchdown Tampa. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this 3rd quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the 3rd quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Will set up.
On the zone read, he'll keep it himself. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. Now Williams. It's out left and complete to Burton. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
26 yards.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to have it at their own 32-yard line.
Every once in a while, Mike, you see a quarterback predetermined before the snap where they're going to go with the ball, and I think that was the case here. He told himself, I'm throwing the ball to him no matter what, and it ends up being a costly mistake.
On first down is Mayfield. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. We're fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. To throw is Mayfield. A pass pulled in by Irving. And he'll get about 7. Still short of that first down. And They'll try to convert it on third down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
And that is incomplete contact, but no flags. It's going to be fourth down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
It's a turnover on down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
LeBron, slam left. Go, ready, set.
Williams. That is brought in at the 10. And he will get into the end zone. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. That is second touchdown tonight.
This kind of the feast or famine anytime a defensive coordinator dials up a man pressure. And when you don't get home, it just puts so much stress on your secondary, Mike. They feel like they're out there defending their man for an eternity. And
that's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the safety, Tyke Smith.
36, Bears 20.
Just 2 scores down. This is really taking a chance. With a quarter plus to play, they line up for an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
this is tough. You're trying to give your guys a chance and time it just right, but you have to hit it hard enough. This time, it doesn't go 10 yards. Not going to work out.
Regular.
Baker gonna give it to Irving. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
It's a gain of 8.
On second down, Baker swing this one out to White. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Watch the eyes of this quarterback, Mike. He understands as he goes from his first to his second read, there's no reason to force something downfield. Check the ball down, get it in the hands of your running back, and pick up a positive play.
1st and 10.
Hit. 180.
So back and forth they go as we are through 3. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports.
What's up?
On play action, Mayfield. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was trying to fit that one in to Mike Evans. And it'll lead to a second down.
Hit. 120.
Now receiver coming around. He's got the pop pass. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. That is caught. What a throw. Chris Godwin. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
Chase McLaughlin to kick
Here's
off
McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Williams. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Throwing on 2nd down, Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
17 yards.
Probably took him a little bit longer than they would have preferred, but he finally gets on the board. First catch, first touch. Here as we start the second half.
3rd down, they need 5.
Vegas!
Here's Williams now to throw. He gets this complete to Burden. He's going to have the 1st down, so they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
Well, they finally are able to convert on a 3rd down, and Mike, when you look back at a box score, some of the biggest indications of how well the game went, of course, you don't want to turn the ball over. How do you execute in the red zone? And then how are you on 3rd down? 3rd downs typically lead to long drives. Long drives tend to lead to points. It's not a real complicated formula. Stay on the field. The more snaps, the more plays, the better.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33.
Ready to go.
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Connection made. It's Burden. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 19 in the air. Good for a Bears 1st down. Throw it again. It's Williams. A throw downfield caught by Burden. And he's into the end zone yet again. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. His big night continues. His 3rd touchdown of the game. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
Williams now going to bring up the Bears, and they will go for 2.
Axel.
The Bears.
Williams to the air once more. That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
This one not quite over, but down a couple of scores. We're going to get an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Well, we knew, Mike, this was going to take a miracle. All they needed to do was recover this, score, recover another one, score again. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen, and this game's all but over.
Play clock down to 0. That is not the way to start a drive. They'll drop to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. Looks like the Bears got there, and they did. Chicago ball.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a...
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Levante Davis. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
You know, Mike, the one thing that we used to say is it didn't matter how good you were or how long you played. Eventually, you're just going to have one of those days, and I think for this quarterback, he's got to be able to move on from this pretty quickly because this is about as bad a day in the office as you can imagine.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by C.J. Gardner-Johnson. And the Bears are going to take over here at their own 22.
You know, Mike, we're seeing both these offenses come out here and play a little fast and loose in the passing game. The last 2 throws for each team, both resulting in an interception. Now, don't get me wrong. Neither of these secondaries is going to complain. They'll happily feast on those type of throws the rest of the game. But I get a sense on these next 2 drives, come out here, establish the run, dose of ground and pound. Let's settle things down offensively and regroup for the rest of this game.
Here's 1st and 10.
Bravo, ready, set.
Working out of the gun, here's Williams. Open man downfield is Loveland. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. All 3 timeouts still remain. They'd love to use them on the defensive end, but here comes 1st and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll go right back to Loveland. And he'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. The Bears will use one of their timeouts here. Clock will stop at 35 seconds to go. Here's 1st down.
Vegas. Yes.
To throw, it's Williams. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Like we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So the touchdown was big. This almost equally as big, though. We're going to try to make it a one-score game with a two-point conversion. That is caught. They're going to get the 2 points. Don't go away just yet. They are back to within a score. They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
Late in the game, this is where you see teams really start taking some chances. And boy, this was a big one, but it's not going to work out.
Mayfield to throw on 1st and 10. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
Do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football, and they'll have it just past the 20-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing is Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. And this will be a touchdown. They are within a 2-point conversion of coming back to tie this game. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff. The last touchdown, that was only half the battle. Now they've got to get the 2-point conversion to tie this game up. And this is caught. He's able to hang on. They get the 2 points, and we are tied in the final minute of play.
You can just tell the teams that practice these end-of-game situations. After the offense scored, there was no big hoopla. They weren't throwing themselves a parade. They immediately knew they had to go for 2. Get back in the huddle, get their best play call executed, and we got a tie ball game.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Final seconds here, overtime looming on the horizon as they kick it off. On the return is Sean Tucker. And he'll be taken down on the return, and that does it. We are done with regulation and off to OT. We get back underway here in overtime. This will be returned from the 6. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Their own 25-yard line.
What is up? Turn left.
Williams going to look to throw it on first down. To the left side, into the hands of Moore. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's Williams on 1st and 10. That's to the tight end, Loveland. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A huge play there in overtime. 36 yards. And that last throw will be the one that does it. He has now set the NFL record, most passing yards in a single game. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
What is up? Vegas, Vegas!
Throwing again, Williams. He'll check this down to Swift. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
What is it?
On 3rd down, it's Williams. This one intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to have it with a chance to win this game here in overtime.
Well, Mike, this is entering the wrong kind of rarefied air. I mean, as in, it's only happened a handful of times since the turn of the millennium rare. It's an entire season's worth of picks thrown in just one game. I think at this point, you junk the playbook, you light it on fire, and we're just going to start from scratch next week.
Now a first throw here in overtime. This is caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage, no gain to show for it.
Now listen, I'm going to give the guy credit. It was a really nice catch, keeping his feet inbounds along the sidelines. It just doesn't amount to much in the grand scheme of things.
Out of the pistol, it's Mayfield. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. He'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And he's going to get awfully close to the first down marker, but appears just to be a few inches short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
The offense is out there, 4th and inches. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their 2nd. as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. They'll go. Mayfield. That's taken in, and he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. It works out as they convert on fourth down.
Complete to Bucky Irving. First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
They'll run it. It's Irving. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. On second down, Baker. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up third and long.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert! Good. 180!
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Flush to his right. This one just too far for the receiver. Out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And now it's fourth down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Going to leave the offense out there for fourth and long.
180!
The throw is Mayfield. And that is incomplete. A field goal was all they would have needed at the start of the drive. It was not to be. And we will forge on here in overtime.
What is up? Patty, Patty.
Throwing on first down, it's Williams. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Brings up second and 11 at the 15-yard line.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up third and 6.
This is third and 6.
What is up?
They will run it over center with Swift.